Deen is a very complex thing, and that was a short. I did a short, brief overview of what Deen is. We could go at length into that. So, fatwa, religious rulings or legal opinions from Islamic leaders and scholars. A sheikh is entitled to make fatwa, to provide religious rulings or legal rulings. Of course, these rulings are non-binding. The only binding rulings are in the Sharia. Right, now he speaks of the concept of jihad. In Arabic, jihad derives from jahada, to strive. Right, and it says here that it has Semitic roots. So Semitic, potentially it has roots within Old Hebrew as well. Islam, an individual striving for spiritual self-perfection. Now, if you read through Bukhari, for instance, you'll find there are about 200 hadith on jihad. However, none of them, or very few of them, if any, 1 or 2% of them, talk about spiritual striving. All of them are in what's called the Book of War. Right, the Book of War and Expeditions in Bukhari, and it's all about killing people and chopping off heads and stealing stuff. So none of it has to do with spiritual self-perfection. It all has to do with warfare, literal warfare. Fatwa. Yeah. So Islam strives to regulate, it does, it regulates literally everything. And now it speaks of Islam, a Muslim holy war, spiritual struggle against infidels. And most certainly, if we go to the encyclopedia, the Brill Encyclopedia of Islam, this is the gold standard in academic research. It's written by Muslims. It's also used in Muslim universities, used all over the world. Holy war is defined as jihad, and jihad is holy war. Let's step one forward, because I want to make this fairly academic to see what this man is talking about. Right. Dar al-Harb, the territories under perpetual threat of a missionary war. So Muslims live in the Dar al-Islam, which is controlled by Islam, land controlled by Islam. Anything that is not controlled by Islam is the Dar al-Harb, the house of war. Those are the territories under perpetual threat of a missionary war called jihad. Surprise, surprise. So it is the classical practice of regarding the territories next to the lands of Islam as the lands of war, the house of war. And you invite their princes to adopt Islam under the pain of invasion. If they don't accept Islam, you will invade. And those countries where the Muslim law is not in force. So in other words, it is ultimately the mission of Islam to convert all countries to Islam by persuasion or by invasion. Take your pick. This is the definition from Brill, correct? I'm using volume 13, which is the index. This is volume 13 of the Brill Encyclopedia of Islam. This happens to be in the PDF, it's page 199, and I will do one more. I'll go to page 220. So, Dar al-Islam, Dar al-Harb, Dar al-Sul, there's a handful of them, that are relevant. Okay, let's keep going, just one more. Jihad, an effort directed towards a determined objective, right? So, it is a target, right? And notice here the definition, a military action with the object of the expansion of Islam. Oddly enough, the Brill Encyclopedia, and remember, a set of this stuff will cost you about $36,000 to buy. Hey, Dashing Rogue, how's it going? Good to see you. So, the single most important academic resource on Islam, written by Muslims, contributed to by Muslims, used all over the world, states very bluntly that jihad is a military action with the object of the expansion of Islam. It says here, zip, nothing, nada. And it says, if need be, the defense of Islamic lands, if need be, very secondarily, just maybe, just in case, possibly, you never know. But this is military action. I don't see anything here about, I don't know, having more salads and going to jog more often. Nothing like that. Right? Marek, yeah, who invented it? Who knows? I mean, the jury is very much out on that. Right. Now he speaks here of Islam, a Muslim holy war, a spiritual struggle against infidels. And a crusade or struggle, the war against smoking is turning into a jihad against people who smoke, from Fortune magazine. Yeah, sure, Fortune magazine, that's a well-known Islamic scriptural resource, right?